All right, we are on live. This is amazing. This is great. It's cool when this goes live on multiple platforms and when it works the first time. Sometimes I have to do it several times, so I'm glad that it worked out this time. Well, before I start anything, I want to express gratitude. My son turned 17 today, my baby. Is 17 today, so great. Well, it's still today. I just made it busy day today, but I'm glad I made it just in time. And he is 17. So things will happen that we don't see going according to how we have planned, which is why I need this topic for myself. Cultivating a positive attitude. It's easier to have a positive attitude when you're in a positive environment, when you're celebrating, like my son's birthday is today. It's easy to be positive, but there are times when things are not going the way you want them to go. You're going to need that extra dose of positivity. And one of the things that we can do to have that positive attitude is to talk more to ourselves than to listen, because the listening comes in our minds. We're going to hear things like, I'm supposed to make calls, for example, and I don't particularly like to make cold calls. And before you know it, it's like, okay, I'll call in 5 minutes time. I'll call in 10 minutes time. Oh, I'll call in an hour's time. You know what? It's now 5:30. This is all going on in your head, right? It's now 5:30. Yeah, it's probably too late. You know what? I'll call tomorrow. And guess what happens tomorrow? The same thing. It doesn't have to be about cold calls. It could be about anything. So learning to talk to ourselves, and it may seem strange at first, but getting in the habit of talking ourselves to taking action will go a long way than listening to ourselves. So we need to talk more than listen to ourselves. And this is how we can get a positive attitude. For example, one of the things we could do is feeding our minds and exposing ourselves to the right type of food. Food in context, like the books we read, what we watch on social media. There is this page that always pops up when I use my browser, and it's full of bad news. Somebody died, there was an accident. It's always bad news. I have to talk to myself. No, we're not going to listen to that, or we're not going to watch that, because sometimes you get curious. Wait, what? What happened? And an hour later, 1 hour later, there's this voice that comes up on some videos. And an hour later, you're still scrolling. I don't know if it happens to you. It happens to me. It does happen. I just want to go quickly, but before I know it. So staying away from those types of material will go a long way to helping us have a positive attitude. How about setting a target of something you can achieve every day? For example, okay, I started off wanting to hit 10,000 steps a day. So it wasn't happening, so I'm now at 4,800. And hey, every day I achieve my goal. Okay, so I set the bar really low, but still, I hit the goal. I mean, who really needs 10,000 steps anyway? Yeah, who said? Okay, so I'm saying that in jest, but set a target, hit it, and celebrate. So I'm happy with my 4,800 steps. I have to check to make sure. Yeah, I won't walk in, so I probably did hit it, but there are days when I don't hit it. So achieve a goal every day will help you with your positive attitude. And one thing I like is writing in my journal 3 things I'm grateful for. Start the day off with that. I am grateful for. What are you grateful for? Okay, someone's telling me I hit every 10K steps just by going to school. Ah, okay. Yes, so that's pretty good that you can hit 10K steps. Sometimes I just get locked up in work, and it's not every day, but I hope to be able to get back on track but for the meantime, I'm happy with my 4,800 steps. My friend was teasing me because she's on a 10K a day challenge she's giving herself, and she hits it every day. She's been doing it for like 4 years, 5 years. But I haven't been able to keep that. But how about this? I come live every day. I have done it for over a year. Hey, that's something. That's something good. So, what is something you are achieving? And thanks for the comments. Appreciate it, Rima. That's very kind of you. I do exercise. I did work today, so I think I would hit my 48 very easily. I probably did much more than that. So, hey, I could do double that in a day now if I set my target to 4,800. So keep a positive attitude. Keep your journal. Surround yourself with materials that are positive rather than scrolling through negative material and negative people. Stay away from them. And that way you can cultivate. It's like cultivating is like growing something. If you want to cultivate an apple tree, you got to make sure that you plant the seed in the right conditions, you water it regularly, you give it sun. Once the plant comes out, it has lots of sunshine. You water it, put it in an area where it gets lots of sunshine. The soil is good. You're cultivating it. If there are any weeds around it, you pick it out. You pick it out. So the same way, you're cultivating a positive attitude. Okay, so Rima's asking, how did I overcome the fear of talking in public? I just did it. Okay, so maybe that's not, it's, I am a Toastmaster. That helps. I was not speaking like this before. And practice. It's practice. This is actually my form of practicing, believe it or not. This is my form of practicing my public speaking. And so that's why I do it every day, because I'm a professional speaker. So this is one of the ways I practice coming live. I don't fully rehearse ahead of time. I know what I'm talking about. I have a topic, and then I talk about it. So it's practice. Practice. Get in front of, you could go to Toastmasters. I highly recommend Toastmasters if you want to improve your public speaking. I've been a member since 2014. 11 years. It's a long time. It helps me to practice speaking, learning. And then I look at people. One of my mentors is John Maxwell. I'm one of his certified coaches. And I look at him, and he's an amazing speaker. If you've never heard him speak, he's an amazing speaker. And he'll tell you, look, when I started 40 some years ago, I wasn't speaking like this. See, we look at the finished product 40 years later and we're like, oh, wow, this person is amazing. But he's like, when I started, I was terrible. I was bad. And so it's practice, sticking with it, making mistakes. I've made lots of mistakes, still make mistakes. I gave a speech. I'm practicing my speaking. I had a speech. I practiced. Not enough practice, I admit, but I gave it anyway. I gave the speech, forgot some of my lines, made some mistakes. But you know what? I still did it. So you make mistakes, you keep going. Don't let that stop you. It's all part of the process, and you just keep practicing, practicing, practicing. Practicing. And sometimes I'm looking this way because I'm reading the comments. I'm like, okay, bye. Okay, so thank you so much for joining, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey, I did it just before midnight, so that's good. Bye for now.